Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live session. I'm just waiting for some comments to pop up to see if anyone is here. I might be by myself for a bit because I didn't announce this. It's impromptu. I just thought it would be fun to peruse the internet shelves of the new Louis Vuitton beauty release. I'm not buying anything, but to actually see the shades now, because there was so much speculation. Everyone knew about the price. Hi, welcome to the online window shopping party. I am still a little under the weather. I'm recovering from a cold I had over the weekend, so my apologies for my voice not being great. But a lot of these shades caught my interest, and I wanted to kind of cover them with my beauty enthusiast friends, because we have both the satin and the matte. Let me make sure I have my comment window here open. I guess I could just do it from here. Okay, so here's the thing. I already have my eye on, I forgot what it was called already. And the interface of this has been acting funny, so I apologize in advance. Rumbling Storm. Already out of stock, by the way. And what I find interesting too, you can kind of detect a little bit of that gold pearl, is that each shade has its own story. It's kind of like I'm reading Byredo fragrance descriptions, but now it's for LV. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Laura. Danny. And we're done. I wish I could put my comments box where I'm perusing the internet. But anyway, yeah, this is right up my alley. I'm in my brown lipstick era, if you haven't noticed. So any shades that I see that resemble the one that I currently have on, I'm a sucker for. And yeah, a lot of this stuff is already sold out, which I predicted. People were like, don't give LV any more attention. I'm like, LV itself is the marketing. The logo, the brand itself doesn't need any marketing. They already have a heavy cult following. And the minute the news released that LV was having a beauty line, you know the diehards were already behind the velvet rope. Okay? So that's what's just crazy. But anyway, a deep Bordeaux infused with golden pearls, Rumbling Storm is the personification of the raw power of nature's elements. And also, we got fragrance here, of course, because it's LV. A delicate fragrance inspired by the harmonious blend of mimosa, rose, and jasmine, exclusively crafted by the Louis Vuitton master perfumer Jacques Cavalier. There you go. Hey Megan. Hi son. I wonder how that would taste like, because I do like jasmine. But is it going to be flowery like the Hermes lipstick? That will have to find out. And my speculation also, in addition to this including an exclusive fragrance, because that's what yes, YSL does have a fragrance to their lipstick. They're running 25% off site-wide, by the way. Probably contributes to the price, but I wonder if the refill component, I mean, look at these models. I'm dying. Ugh. Right up my alley. I know what to do. I'm going to make this window smaller and then move this over. Yes. Okay. We're arranging space here. Okay. Like, get out of town. Get out of town. Okay. Look at this. The videos get me. They're so intense. So intense. Kind of giving Pat McGrath like beauty choreography. Like, that's kind of what the on brand is like. I can't find the word. Style for the online marketing photos. I wonder if the component is magnetic. It looks like it snaps in and out just based on how it looks, but I don't know. So it's $160 for the component and $69 for the refill. But let's look at these other shades, shall we? Silk and Spice, man. Silk and Spice is another one I had my eye on. Is it going to go? The Louis Vuitton site has been a little off. I think it's because it's just been heavily visited. The cinnamon, stop it right now. I'm telling you. A warm cinnamon shade. I'm thinking this kind of reminds me of Rouge. Sorry about the cough. Rouge On Stage Copper Attraction, except Copper Attraction is not as cinnamon rich. It's a little more muted. You know? That's the one I have my eye on. Dune Explorer. What do we have? A Sandy Rose Nude. Yes. Again, I'm looking forward to swatching it in person. Hi, RL. It's about time, right? That looks pretty. Glorious. What is this called? I can't see the entire name. Let me pull it from here. Can I? Glorious. What does it say? Quest. Hi, Stephanie. Shade. Antique Mauve Rose. I could get down with that, but not rushing toward it. It's kind of giving Ashes of Roses, isn't it, a little bit? Although, there was another color I saw that resembles Ashes of Roses. Well, you know, we could only wait. I already saw Chloe Morello. I saw the PR package for the Louis Vuitton Beauty, but I don't think it's up to Pat. It's up to the LV team. But I don't know. I don't know how much say she has in the influencer marketing space. Hi. Chasing Dreams. This looks rosy. This is red. Whoa. That's pretty. There was another color I had my eye on from the satins. I can't recall. Let's move on to the mattes. Because the mattes, they had this one color. Oh, Volcano something. Here it is. Volcano Heart. Something about brown mattes. I can't. Volcano Heart demands attention with its deep cacao brown and earthy smoldering shade. Hi, Musing on Beauty. Welcome. Like, stop. Get out. Ugh. This is me. This is my shade. I wonder how it goes on. I wonder if it feels like a Lisa Velvet Rouge experience. Not sorry, I'm mixing formulas. A Lisa Velvet lip. How much grip it has, if it's easy to apply, right? The bullet actually reminds me of the Prada Beauty bullet with that same grainy texture. This is the one I had my eye on too. Vitoinette. Oh, check this out. Toasted almond shade. I mean, really. It's me again. This is kind of like Lisa's, not Sorcery. What was the other one? From the Velvet line. Ugh. And what is this box? Is this why the lipsticks is $160? I wonder what kind. I mean, that's some heavy duty packaging that the lipstick comes in, or if it does, I have no idea. I have no idea. This other one, the Sable Roses. Oh, again, right on my alley. A deep mauve nude. That's pretty. This is pretty. It's kind of like Ashes of Roses meets Coolberry. Sorry. Medici. Maybe Ashes of Roses with a little bit of Ray. What a beautiful shade to just throw on. You mean that little mini lipstick case? Or the one that... We're going to look at those too, by the way. I think the accessories... Oh, but this is going on my list too. Yes, and so I wanted a Christian Louboutin lipstick for a long time. So I have a brown lipstick video I filmed today covering my favorite brown lipsticks for autumn. And this is in Cacao Temple. It's pretty. And my boyfriend saw the bag. He was like, did you buy shoes? I'm like, you're adorable, but no. I told him about the lipstick and he was like, oh, can I? Well, I offered to show him because to him, makeup is like in the ether. But when I put this on, he was like, whoa. I was like, I know. So the rumbling one does look similar to this. Yes, it'll be interesting to see how neutral it is, or maybe if it's more brown red, because this is like a brown red, a little bit of red influence in there. But I love this shade. Which one is this again? 111, the rose one. Oh, sign me up. Sign me up. Definitely one of the ones I want to swatch. Sensual Wave looks interesting in the rose category. This reminds me of Beauty. It has like a mauve touch to it. Mid-tone rose lilac. Yeah, that's lovely too. Coeur Battant. They have a pink. I'm just not into pinks, but I'm sure they're lovely. A Rich Spice Raisin. Maybe this is more like Beauty. That's pretty too. And hopefully I could take a look at the refill in store and see the cap, because if it doesn't look too bad, I don't mind just having the refill. I don't, but we shall see. Fearless Night. This is the plum. This is the designated deep plum shade. Okay, fam? Look at it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Stunning. Midnight Plum. Don't know if it's the same as Berry Attitude from Rouge on Stage from Dior. Reminds me of it. Futurism was another one I had my eye on. Hello. A deep maroon and dynamic pink with dynamic pink pearl. Ha. It hurts how beautiful these shades are. This is such a beautiful everyday shade because it's not so bold. I mean, I guess you could classify it as bold because the depth of color, but the tone of it. Hey, the tone of it is so pretty. Oh yeah, these videos crack me up. But look, you got the pink sky, you got these, the 302, 307, you got the reds, the orange reds. I'm always curious to see exactly. I'm always curious to see the out of stock. Like what are we missing out on here? What sold out? This is pretty. Let me see. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. High-end red lipstick. Yeah. It's like a muted red. That's a pretty red. The thing is, though, the sold out thing, I think it's just to create a little bit of urgency from the consumer because these are permanent shades. And if it takes a long time to restock, then if I'm speaking for myself, if I really want these shades and they haven't restocked in a while, then I'll wait because it's worth the wait. If I feel it's worth getting these shades, I'm not so worried about it because I'm happy with the current collection that I have. But this is a pretty shade. It's almost like a I don't want to say burgundy, or can we say burgundy? I think that's accurate. Dance on Mars. Ooh, that's a little more vibrant. It's a little more orange. Right, they probably didn't have much. They probably have enough, but made available a certain amount. Fine. We know the game. We know. I'm going to keep my list. I'm going to have my wish list on standby. Focus in on the colors that I'm interested in. If I wait, I'll wait. It's fine. That's a pretty color. But because we're going into the autumn season, I don't know. Well, you could argue this is a nice fall color. It has nice vibrancy to the look, but I love the browns and the more earthy tones. I can't help it. I'm worried that, menu? Let me do it this way because the website's been acting up a little bit where it's not syncing with my live. But let's go to the balm. Was still 160. Even though it's a balm versus high payoff lipstick, I think that's interesting. I just say it's interesting. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that. The one color I do have my eye on from the balms is this one here, the Monogram Touch. This is a nice shade to just throw on for every day. It says here, burgundy brown. My oh my. Yes, in my wheelhouse of preferred colors for balms, for sure. It looks like it can be built up. And the balm actually has a different fragrant profile. I read that it's mint with raspberry something. I hope it doesn't sting. I hope it doesn't have like those lip plumping property traits. I was expecting the balm to be cheaper because it's a balm, but I guess not. Fooled. I guess not. Ooh, but that's pretty. Reminds me of Lisa's Balm Embrace in Metropolis. And Dior Addict's Bold Black, although more blackberry, and this is burgundy, has a similar effect. You know, Fly Science, I wanted to let you know, or everyone know, that the Prada Beauty Banana Balm is killer as a highlight. I popped it on the cheekbones and it is so pretty. I couldn't believe it. Oh, good to know. But not plumping. Very good. Confirmed. Okay. Any other color I would get, like, I'm not going to get the nude poetry. I mean, that's barely there for 160, no way. Maybe Joyride. I just can't help but think of Mariah Carey because of the song. But this is like your muted red moment. And, you know, for me and these hybrid balm products, you're going to have to do high performing if you want to take the top spot from Suku's Moisture Glaze. So it'll be interesting to see how this kind of compares to a Moisture Glaze. The banana one has shimmer. Some have shimmer and some don't for the Prada Beauty. Excuse me. Back. Now let's look at these eyeshadow palettes, okay? Okay. I'm scared. Now, the palettes are truly what the pricing is quite high. $250 for the palette. So the only thing I could kind of conclude is you got this push mechanism. Are they going to show the video? Yes. You got this push mechanism, and it appears that the pans are separate. That looks to be magnetic. I'm not entirely sure. Does that still warrant $250? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I believe the refills are $70. Do we have the refill price? Let me go back to the main page. $92. So it's like paying for an Hermes palette, but just you get this. You just get separate loose pans, which I don't know how they arrive in. This, I guess this is how the refill looks with this. Is this like a frame? I don't know. Okay. First we have Beige Momentum, out of stock. Nude Mirage, out of stock. Dazzling Gaze, gone. Cosmic Dreams, no more. Waking Dawn, 0. Monogram Rouge, the one I actually had my eye on, gone. Sky is a Limit, no more. Force of Nature, it's all gone. They're all sold out. Nude Mirage, that makes sense if the pans look like the way they did all loosey-goosey like that. Okay, that makes sense. Natasha's palettes are $69 for 59 shades, but metal and plastic definitely are different in terms of material. Now, I don't know about how much. I don't know about how much and everything else that went into constructing this palette, but with luxury beauty, you are paying a premium just because it is Louis Vuitton. So the fact that you have the monogram on here, you pay for that. You're paying for the logo, literally. It's like they're convincing you that you're paying for heritage. The heritage that is Louis Vuitton. Let's look at these shades. What is this doing? You know, that's probably what's happening too. Hey, that they rushed to buy to resell, which is crazy to me. For how much more? You know what I mean? Are they going to double the price on eBay or Mercari? because people are feeling like they're not going to ever have LV again. That's not true. I don't think it is. What are we looking at here? Soft hydrating formula blends effortlessly onto the skin. 12-hour wear, vibrant color enhances and defines the eyes. Crafted from refined materials with metallic accents, the LV Ombre compact case is embossed with the monogram motif, opening to reveal 4 vibrant petals resembling a monogram flower inspired by Louis Vuitton's lock-making heritage. See? An innovative system allows the versatile shades to be refilled individually within the elegant, engravable case, meticulously designed as a precious keepsake. They basically want you to think that you are investing in a mini treasure chest. That's Louis Vuitton branded. You know, actually, I don't think the pricing is ridiculous. It might be ridiculous to someone who's not familiar with these prices, but for someone who is used to paying these prices, like the people who just drop whatever on Hermes bags or just buy luxury everything, they might be high compared to average luxury pricing, but it has been explained that this release is targeting not the Sephora customer, but the Louis Vuitton customer, which I think is a significant difference, in my opinion. Is that true? So, yeah, the whole keepsake angle is appealing. So that was clever on their part, where you're not just buying makeup, you're buying something that can be passed down through generation to generation. You know what I mean? So that's smart, because it's not just you spending money. You're making an investment. It's an investment in luxury beauty. Right? Right? I get it. I get it. I respect it. I respect it. Again, I don't think anyone is morally superior who decides to not buy it versus someone who does. Because if we look at our expenses and see what we spend on more than other people, then it's interesting, right? I decided to invest in my headphones because I think that is a worthy price tag to spend because of how much I use them. But to someone else who doesn't listen to music the way I do, who feels like dropping $500, yes, on Sony headphones is not worth it, great. But it's worth it to me because I listen to music while I train, and it has to be good, noise canceling. I don't want to hear the gym music. I just want to hear my music. Also on the airplane, noise canceling, airplane noise is important to me. So for someone who this is important to them, who loves Louis Vuitton, who loves beauty, it's a beautiful case. It's a beautiful case. And if you felt this in person, I'm sure it will feel like a paperweight. But this colorway is gorgeous. This will be like the everyday. I'm expecting this to be the shiny, the sparkly arcly maybe. La la la. What do we have in the apple? Okay, let me see. Satin, ultra matte, metallic. Gotcha. Hi, Jennifer. Great seeing you. Let's look at these other colorways. Dazzling Gaze. That looks pretty. It's like the pinks. The nude one. That would be like the everyday too. That's leaning more like a gold copper. Soft, barely there. This model's makeup is just outrageous. The lid space is crazy. Wow. And I thought I had large real estate on my lids. Nope. Nope. Okay. Listen, the purples are... This reminds me of the Viseart purple palette, like that. The 6-pan one. Ooh. Hi. Oh man, I remember those days. I remember that purchase from Beautylish, and I almost lost. I was like, what am I doing? I still have those palettes, actually. I can't get rid of them. Waking Dawn looks to be like the more rose colorway. That's lovely. Rose coralish. Pretty. Ooh, this was the one that I had my eye on. Oh, this color right here, the maroon. Allure of a deep satin burnished red with the rich brown and caramel tones of the Louis Vuitton monogram canvas. Classique. I can't wait to feel the textures, to see how soft they are, if they liken to anything that Pat McGrath has released, that currently has in her palettes. Yeah. RL, I have my eye on that green one for sure. The blue is pretty. Because you got that taupe. You know, that looks like that came straight out of Subliminal. This color right here. That reminds me of a color in Subliminal. Mothership 1. And the greens, Force of Nature, of course. Hi, Sarah. Can't go wrong with the camo. The camo inspired palette. Ooh, that's love. Wow. I gotta say, I think they did a fantastic job with these photos. We gotta go back because I didn't. Oh, they're killing me. That's pretty. Going back to the blue. Let's see. Oh. Ooh, this wing moment is an indication this could be applied wet dry. Oh yeah. Glittery. We have a glittery. Remember, we had a ultra matte satin metallic. And we got a glittery. That's funny. We had to wait until she worked with Louis Vuitton to get our Pat McGrath khaki green. But now we have to get a $250 compact to experience it. Oh my gosh. The green one's pretty, I think, because it has just beautiful elements of, yes, the green, but it's just forces of nature appropriately chosen to name this palette. For sure. Aesthetically, I just can't take my eyes off of it. It's perfect. What can I say? It's a perfect colorway. Oh my gosh. It might not be worth the money to some, but worth the money to others, and that's okay. Because again, this is a compact that is not just to be tossed around. This is like a keepsake. This is the point they're driving home. But I want to look, this is the most fun part. We looked at the makeup because we got to see what Mother has done. But look at the beauty accessories. This is what I feel they're like, we need a reason why to create something like this, but it has to be our brand lipstick. So, Pat, hey. That's what I'm saying. The looks are giving. So if anything, I am having the time of my life admiring from afar. Because I got to give it to the makeup looks. Louis Vuitton, are you on Honey? Oh my gosh. But check this out. Okay. This beauty case, the shady. Now I know for sure, okay, I don't mind spending $150 on a brush, but it has to be Fude. What do we have here? Gold tone metal, elegantly engraved with the house's signature monogram motif. Eco-conscious synthetic. Of course they were going to go synthetic. I'm like, but you guys produce leather goods. Whatever. I guess they got to speak to that part of the consumer space. I will tell you right now, this is definitely not in consideration for buying, for sure. Cosmetic lipstick pouch. The eyeshadow. Listen, do you need a pouch for your eyeshadow brushes on the go? Is there a look inside? Oh, it's the compact case. So if you're bringing along your compact, you got to put it in the case with the little brushes too. Where do the little brushes to? Are they just kicked out? Where do they go? Shame on LV for not including an element in having. Do you just stuff them in there? I wonder. Sold out. Gone. People need their eyeshadow pouch. The cosmetic pouch. Oh, the trunk lipstick case. Fly, this is what you're talking about. $3,000 to put your little lipstick in. Wow. See, I originally thought you were getting this with the lipstick. I'm like, that has to justify the price. No. No, Lisa, you got it all wrong. You got to put out an extra $3,000 if you want the trunk. What is this made out of? The hard-sided piece is adorned with the signature monogram canvas, reinforced with gold-toned metal accents and secured with the iconic S-lock reflecting Louis Vuitton's heritage craftsmanship. Yeah, I wouldn't feel right owning something like this. I'm not as luxurious, and that's fine. But someone who is super, it will look beautiful on their vanity. Mattifying paper case. If you want to put your rice papers in a Louis Vuitton folder, there you go. Oh, you could even get the monogram printed paper touch-up refills. I want to know if that lipstick case. Wait a minute. Is this the one? The brush set. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail, the lip and brush eye brush set. 5 sophisticated tools. Wow. Exactly. The canvas is definitely not leather. It's plastic or whatever material they use. I don't know. This might be the leather, but that's it. Oh, the mirror is removable. Thank you. And these brushes look like, you could just tell by the shape how they're like typically designed synthetic brushes. I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to brushes, as you know, family. My apologies. Oh, for sure. That's a fun idea. 100%. I'm thinking grabbing Midnight Sun to recreate those forces of nature looks. Where is the lipstick case? I'm looking for this guy. Scrolling. Maybe it's not released yet. What's in here? How does this look like inside? Oh, it's so thin. What do you put in here? Oh, yeah, you could put your lipstick and your eyeshadow compact in there. And maybe one of those little brushes. Probably the Louis Vuitton audience is more towards synthetic versus real animal hair. Maybe. But this is interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. If you want to take them all with you. How much we got in there? 5? 5 lipsticks. What is this? Oh, it's a fragrance. I thought it was eye makeup remover. I wouldn't put it past them, okay? Charging an arm and a leg for eye makeup remover. Oh my gosh. How much can we put in this guy? I like the double zip. That's fun. Yeah. This is, again, those who really wanted the beauty accessories, but now they have LV branded makeup to fill with. Golden. What I'm wondering, are we going to see more? Are we going to see foundation, blush, powder? My gosh. Are they going to make an entirely different case if they do expand into those other products? I don't know, but again, I just love to look, and I think it interesting because I wanted to see what Mother has done with this release, and I can't wait to feel the textures in person. I don't know how crazy it's going to be on Friday because they have an entirely separate pop-up right next to the Louis Vuitton store in Soho dedicated to this launch. And knowing how many shades sold out online, I don't know if people are going to go running now to not only the Soho location, but the 57th Street location in Midtown, like the headquarters. They're going to run and get their refills. Right. It's going to be more expensive than like the La Mer foundation, or what's the most expensive foundation? Not Sicily Paris. Not Clé de Peau. Is another one. Is it the Caviar foundation? I forgot. Could you imagine how they would design a foundation bottle trunk? I wonder, look at this. Are there foundation refill products out on the market now? Because leave it to Louis Vuitton to create a refillable foundation system. Glass, metal. Prada. That's what I'm thinking. So they might do it Prada beauty style where the actual component is plastic, but the bottle refill is glass. But they might create like a foundation refillable system where the bottle is also glass. And again, another keepsake moment. And they might also create a bag just for the foundation. Carry it around like a little purse. My goodness me. Oh, that's not too bad. But that's a part of their legacy, right? Their trunk luggage. So, you know, I have the book Deluxe. It covers the democratization of luxury. And it brings you through the timeline of how, like brands like Louis Vuitton started with just like the trunk luggage, and how it was pretty much just available to the elite, and how they reframed the entire brand so that everybody could get a piece of Louis Vuitton, even if they're not a part of the elite. Well, they're smoking something good because things are already sold out. Things are already sold out. Not for long, though. I feel they're only sold out because they just made some units on the low availability on purpose to create that scarcity effect, which is all marketing. And it's fine. That's what I'm saying, Nate. I would have loved it if they did better with the brush. The brushes look cheap. They do. I don't even want to put those brushes in the Louis Vuitton case. Oh, Nemi. How come my phone isn't charging? Okay. Well, friends, we gotta go because I'm using my iPhone as the camera, and it gave me the alert that my phone has 20% battery, even though it's connected to my computer. But whatever. The eyeshadows are sold out, but they're gonna come back. Because once they see how successful this launch was, how everyone's now gunning for them, they're going to bring them back. I'll be interested to see how these textures compare to Pat's. Yes, the lipstick is embossed on the bottom and fully, yeah. Is a beautiful design. And I'm sure in person it is exquisite. Putting it on layaway. If we had to buy one quad, which one is it going to be? I'm going with Forces of Nature. Probably not, Juju. I'm just going to go and swatch. I'm going through my list of shades that I have on my radar that I'm dying to swatch so that I don't go in overwhelmed. So I wanted to prepare a list beforehand, kind of zero in on those shades and see what happens. But if I walk away with anything, it's going to be a lipstick refill, and that is it. Because with the shadow refills, the shadow pans are separate. So it'll be hard to manage just buying shadow refills because the pans are loose. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cover myself. Yes, that green reminds me of Wicked Envy as well, but it looks to be, I think, a little more softer. I feel there's going to be more of a slurry nature to these shadows. Just based on how they look on the photograph and how they appear on the models. But that's just speculation. But anyway, family, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I actually was planning to film this by myself and edit it, but this was more fun. This is definitely more fun. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for taking the time to do so. I'll see you in those comments. And I'm working on my brown lipstick video, so stay tuned for that. They might be. If the pans are metal, the base is metal for sure. So I could get like my my little palette and just plop them in. So good call. It's not going to be the end of the world. So this is what we'll do. We'll just gather the individual pans and then save for the compact later. Oh my gosh. That is true. The lipstick case is stunning. So I get that completely. All right, fam. So that is it. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to order dinner. And I'll see you on the replay. I'll see you on the comments. Stay tuned for my brown lipstick video. Oh, sneak peek. Hold on. I got the new Dior Backstage Glow Palette. So, I plan on filming with this tomorrow, so stay tuned. I used it over the weekend and I like it a lot. You want to see a quick? It's pretty. I like it. So, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on editing my brown lipstick video. Everyone, thank you for carving out the time. I hope to see you again soon. And until then, take care.